From the smoky industrial heart of Manchester to the glittering pinnacle of European football, the story of Manchester City is a tale of dramatic highs, crushing lows, and an unwavering spirit. This isn't just a history of a football club. It's the story of a community, a city, and a dream that refused to die. So how did a team born from a church's social outreach become the global powerhouse we know today? Let's dive in. Our journey begins in 1880, not on a pristine pitch, but in the tough neighborhood of West Gorton. A rector's daughter, Anna Connell, along with members of St. Mark's Church, sought to provide positive activities for local men struggling with unemployment and gang violence. They formed a cricket club, and later that year, a football team, St. Mark's, West Gorton. This was football with a purpose, a social mission to bring light to a dark corner of the Industrial Revolution. The club's identity shifted over the next decade. In 1887, they moved to a new ground and became Ardwick AFC, named after their new district. This move marked a step towards professionalism. They joined the Football League in 1892 as founding members of the Second Division, and just 2 years later, in 1894, financial troubles forced a reorganization. Out of the ashes, a new name was chosen, one that would represent the entire city: Manchester City Football Club. The sky blue identity we know and love was born. The early 20th century saw City's first taste of glory. Led by the legendary Welsh wizard Billy Meredith, one of football's first superstars, the club began to make its mark. In 1904, they achieved a historic double, winning the Second Division title and, more importantly, the FA Cup, beating Bolton Wanderers 1-0. This was the first major trophy won by a team from Manchester, a moment of immense civic pride. However, this success was soon followed by scandal. A financial investigation led to the suspension of 17 players, including Meredith, who famously crossed the city to join a certain team called Newton Heath, soon to be renamed Manchester United. The interwar years were a roller coaster. City moved to their iconic home, Main Road, in 1923. The stadium, dubbed the Wembley of the North, could hold over 80,000 fans. The team experienced the ultimate contrast in the 1920s, getting relegated the season after winning the league title. The 1930s brought more silverware. After losing the 1933 FA Cup final, they returned to Wembley a year later, where a young goalkeeper named Frank Swift, despite his nerves, helped them lift the cup. In 1937, they finally won their first top-flight league championship in style, scoring over 100 goals. And then, in true typical City fashion, they were relegated the very next season, despite being the league's top scorers. This unpredictable nature became a core part of the club's identity for decades. Post-war, the club found a new tactical identity with the Revie plan, a deep-lying center-forward system built around Don Revie. This innovative approach took them to 2 consecutive FA Cup finals in the mid-50s. After losing in '55, they triumphed in 1956 against Birmingham City, a final forever remembered for the heroism of goalkeeper Bert Trautmann. A former German prisoner of war, Trautmann became a City legend, and in this final he played the last 17 minutes with a broken neck, making crucial saves to secure the 3-1 victory. His bravery cemented his place in football folklore. The late 1960s ushered in City's greatest era to date. The management duo of Joe Mercer and Malcolm Allison transformed the club. Allison, the flamboyant coach, boldly predicted they would terrify the world. And they did. With a team boasting club legends like Colin Bell, Francis Lee, and Mike Summerby, City played breathtaking football. They pipped their rivals Manchester United to the league title on the final day of the 1967-68 season. This was followed by an FA Cup win in 1969, and in 1970, a historic European and domestic cup double, the League Cup and the European Cup Winners' Cup. City were the kings of England and a force in Europe. But as quickly as the sun rose, it began to set. The 70s ended in decline, and the 80s were a period of instability and mediocrity. The true nadir, however, came in the 1990s. After being relegated from the newly formed Premier League, the club spiraled downwards. The unthinkable happened in 1998. Manchester City were relegated to the third tier of English football for the first and only time in their history. For fans who had witnessed the glory of the 60s, this was a devastating low point. It was here, in the cold, wet stadiums of Division II, that the club's soul was truly tested. The fan base, however, remained. Average attendances still hovered around 30,000, a testament to their incredible loyalty. The fight back was immediate and dramatic. The 1999 playoff final against Gillingham is etched into City folklore. Trailing 2-0 as the clock ticked into injury time, all seemed lost. But in a miraculous turnaround, goals from Kevin Horlock and Paul Dickoff secured a draw and forced a penalty shootout, which City won. This typical City moment, this time a triumph snatched from the jaws of defeat, was the turning point. Back-to-back promotions saw City return to the Premier League in 2000. The new millennium brought a new home. In 2003, City moved from the beloved but aging Main Road to the state-of-the-art city of Manchester Stadium, now known as the Etihad. The club was stable but largely unremarkable in the mid-table. Then, in August 2008, everything changed forever. Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan and the Abu Dhabi United Group completed a takeover of the club. The deal, announced on transfer deadline day with the blockbuster signing of Brazilian superstar Robinho, sent shockwaves through the football world. Manchester City was now, almost overnight, one of the richest clubs on the planet. The investment was immediate and transformative. World-class players arrived, infrastructure was revolutionized, and a winning mentality was instilled. In 2011, a Yaya Toure goal won the FA Cup, ending the club's 35-year trophy drought. The famous ticker, counting the years without a trophy at Old Trafford, was finally torn down. But the real prize, the one fans had dreamed of for 44 long years, was the Premier League title. The 2011-12 season finale is perhaps the single most dramatic moment in Premier League history. City needed to beat QPR on the final day to win the title on goal difference. With the game in injury time, City were trailing 2-1. It was happening again, the hope, the despair. It was typical City. But this was a new City. Edin Dzeko equalized in the 92nd minute. Then, with 93 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, Mario Balotelli found Sergio Aguero. The Argentinian striker fired the ball into the net. Pandemonium. The Etihad erupted. Martin Tyler's commentary, "Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again," became the soundtrack to a miracle. The noisy neighbors had finally become champions. That moment was the start of an era of unprecedented dominance. Under managers like Manuel Pellegrini and, most significantly, Pep Guardiola, City have redefined success in English football. They've broken records for points, wins, and goals, winning multiple Premier League titles, FA Cups, and League Cups. They achieved an incredible domestic treble in 2019 and reached the pinnacle in 2023, finally winning the coveted UEFA Champions League to complete a historic continental treble. The club, born from a desire to help a struggling community, had conquered the world. From St. Mark's to the treble winners, Manchester City's history is a compelling saga of faith, failure, and ultimate triumph. It's a story of a club that fell further than any other champion, only to rise higher than ever before. It proves that no matter how dark the times, with loyalty and belief, the sky can truly be the limit. Thanks so much for watching our deep dive into the history of Manchester City. Which era of City's history is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more football stories. We'll see you in the next one.